www.oghuskyradio.com. Here at the Flavrsesh in Santa Fe Springs. Your backyard, right?
Yeah, we home, dog. We home. You know what I'm saying? From the city of Whittier, where they say the ladies are prettier. You know what I mean?
That's what they say.
Hey, it's a testament to time. I could say that. You know what I'm saying? We got some good-looking ones, man. But we in the Springs right now, Santa Fe Springs. Big ups to Santa Fe Springs.
How you been, dog?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's been a good minute. Big ups to you. You know what I'm saying? Bubsky, OG Husky Radio. It's been a long time. Been a long fucking time, right, Bubs?
Yeah, nah, for sure.
But I'm good.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you're before us. You were already out there before, like, because you're one of the first artists we started messing with, like, back in the day.
Yeah.
What year did you start? What year was, like, the prior video?
2004.
2004,
yeah. Yeah, City of Angels was done in 2004 off the New World Games album. That was the first official studio album that I put out. But prior to that, get that? It was 1999. I put out the Time Has Come EP.
Okay, yeah.
So that was an actual, like, you know what I mean? It was more like a demo, but I put it out, you know what I mean, officially. But, yeah, 2004 was the City of Angels joint.
Oh, well, let them know who you are. I'm over just chopping it up and
all
shit.
Good, man. Go by Krazyrace right here, like, you know what I'm saying, like Bubsky said, from Whittier Califas, LA hip-hop representative, you know what I'm saying? Definitely one for the people and have been representing this shit for a long, long, long time.
But even still now, you just dropped another project.
Yeah, Stories to Tell.
Yeah.
Last week, dropped the digital dropped on the 29th, and then the CDs came, like, you know, about a week later. So I've only had the CDs for about a week. I only did a limited run of 200. I'm fucking down to like 75. That's it.
Let's get into that, dude, because I was I ain't gonna give them props because they don't give people money, but I was looking on where I usually go on a digital outlet source to find music, and I couldn't find your latest I don't think a lot of projects. I found a couple singles, I believe.
Yeah.
But why is that without giving them, you know what I mean, not mentioning them by name, but why don't you do that to have it digitally everywhere? Your reasoning.
Yeah, you know what it was is and typically and normally I would. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these releases, this is like album shit. What album is this? Number 8, number 7, number 8, something like that. You know, 9 times out of 10, or I'll say 8 times out of 10, I normally would put it across the platforms. For this one, you know what I'm saying? I was like, at the end of the day, we're independent artists. I understand the stream game, the revenue that you get from it, and it ain't shit. It ain't dick. You gotta fucking be moving like mad millions of streams, multiple streams to see anything. So I was like, I got a solid, solidified enough fan base that, not even a fan base, you know, supporters, family, and friends that fuck with me. And I know if I put it out like on Bandcamp or somewhere else, and I give them like 3-4 joints to, you know, like a teaser, they're gonna listen to it, and if they want to cop it, they're gonna cop it, as opposed to just bumping the whole shit for free. So the reasoning behind for this one, really, at the end of the day, was like, let me make some motherfucking money off this craft that I've been doing for a long, long time, you know?
So do you recommend that action for artists coming up, or that's just, you know what I mean, business-wise?
No, it just depends, because the single I put out, Stories to Tell, is on the platforms.
Yeah, that one I did.
Yeah, the single is out there. It was kind of, you know what I mean, a teaser to get you on, oh shit, he dropped some new shit. And they don't know it's a new album. They just think it's a single.
Okay.
But obviously, if you're following me, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna know I'm pushing a new album. So, do I recommend it? That's a good question. I think I would say I recommend it if you feel that you have that fan base.
Okay.
If you feel that you have that support behind you. If you're just trying to catch a buzz, if you're just coming up in the game, might as well, you know what I'm saying, put it out there. Even though we already know the game's flooded anyway. So
yeah.
But I think more than anything I can recommend is you just got to do guerrilla marketing tactics, man. You got to do everything and anything to get in front of the audience by, you know, one way or another.
Is it easier now though with the way the internet is set up? Because you're pre-internet, dog. I mean, is it easier now or?
You're lying. Yeah, I think it's easier, but like I said, it's flooded. It's just it's so saturated that in our, you know, the people's attention span, you know what I'm saying, like even just the fact that I put out this album, you know what I'm saying, the fact that I put out Stories to Tell, like, who actually does albums these days? Like, there's not many albums that are still dropping, especially conceptually. Like, it's all single-based, EPs, all that shit. So for me, you know what I mean? From an integrity standpoint, we talked about earlier, I had to keep it moving and just album. You know what I mean? Like, am I gonna keep making albums? I can't call that. But this one I had to put out.
From 99 to now, dog, I mean, you shouldn't have anything else to rap about, dog. Like, come on, dog. Like, we're 2022, dog.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt.
I mean,
hey, well, you got to get the album bumping, and you tell me, dog. You tell me, because I'll tell you this, it's a solid fucking record, straight up, man.
Nah, even just
Yeah.
let them know the features off of that. You know what I mean?
That's the crazy shit. It really wasn't heavy features.
Okay.
What ended up happening is I'm gonna give you guys some behind the scenes shit. Is when I dropped Mark My Words back in 2019, which was my last album, I held back a few records.
Okay.
That should have went on that album, but I'm like, nah, they ain't ready for them yet. And one of them I held back is a song called "You've Been Warned," which is a fucking banger. It's a West Coast slumper, produced by a cat out of, I want to say, Sweden or Amsterdam, named Moonshine. But the features on that record are Army of the Pharaohs. It's AOTP. It's Zilla the Monster and Lawrence Arnell. So that's a banger. Other features, I got my boy Namek. Academics is on there from Illicit Dialect. My girl Jax is singing on there. Got a few DJs. Rome's, Survive, ringleader DJ Ace. There's a couple other features, but primarily it really wasn't too feature heavy with this one. You know what I mean? Had some live musicians and shit, but
Okay.
17 records, bro.
Damn, 17.
17. That's what I'm saying. Like I gave him a lot.
On the flip side of it, though, because you still have like realism.bigcartel.com for the merch. You have your merch set up here today.
Yep.
And you also have newhealingpower.com also.
Yeah.
Does it all coincide? Are they all separate, or do you consider it all together? Do they intertwine as
No,
businesses?
they're separate business entities, but at least with New Healing Power, and that's nuhealingpower.com, at least with that business, you know what I'm saying? Like the sessions and, you know what I'm saying, with the weed game and the craft beer game, like hip-hop, CBD, cannabis, they kind of go hand in hand. So normally when I do pop-ups or do events, I'll bring out some CBD product like I did today. Shout out to Jeff, came by, got us some product and shit. But so they're different entities, but you know what I'm saying? It's something that we started, like I want to say about a month before the pandemic even hit, before the lockdown hit.
I always trip out because I'm able to tap in on those quote-unquote markets or those genres or something. But I always look at artists like, how come you guys don't do it? Then I see you and I'm like, okay, it does work. You feel me? Like,
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people will shy away from like, oh, well, I'm not really into that, or like, but to me, it's all one. Like the whole lifestyle thing, I guess, more than anything.
You got to remember, like even me and shout out to the homie XP, my mijo and shit, XP the Marksman, like
doing it right now.
Yeah,
Well, he's been, dude. I
Right.
found real quick. I found an old poster that we did of like top 5 in LA.
Yep.
It was like XP, Andamines.
Yep.
And
I was a little salty when I saw that shit, dog, because I'm, you know what I mean? Like in this new album, I basically say I'm top 10 straight up.
No, but it was more at that time. So it was like who dropped at the time, and we shied away from. That was one of the things. Was like not necessarily the older cats, but the people that hadn't dropped in like a year or two.
Got you.
Because there have been years where you haven't dropped, right? Even now, the last album was 2019, right?
Yeah, 20. Well, the greatest hits was 2020. So you know what I mean?
But you can't technically.
No, you're right. That's a compilation. You're absolutely right. So 2019, you're right. And prior to that, that was my longest hiatus.
How long was that?
6 years, dog.
Why that?
Because of realism. We'd put out Message.
Right.
We'd put out Phase Rock. We put out Illicit Dialect, Academics. I'm missing something. We put out like at least 4 projects during that time. So you figure like even every 2-year hiatus, like so.
And now we're okay.
Oh, and the
artists?
hold on.
Ahead,
the other thing was when I put out International Project, that was 25
right.
fucking songs.
That's right. I remember that.
That was
one.
technically a double. It should have been 2 albums broken up, really.
Damn, man. Now you got me all over the place. Now I got to.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn, dog.
And International Project, for those that don't know, it's been stated, but it was one of the first times, because I don't think I've been on fucking Husky since. You know what I mean? The International Project was 15 producers from 15 different countries.
I remember. I know I chopped it up with you about that, but I don't think we did interview about that. But I know about the project.
It's been a minute.
That was. I think you're like, honestly, I'll be honest. You're one of the first people to do that, to embrace the internet and be like.
Pretty much.
So I remember like, of course, we're fucking hip hop purists.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're young. We're fucking. You know what I mean? Bullshit. But I'm like, oh, well, how you making it if he's not in the room with you? And then you show me a beat. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Exactly. And you know what? That's one thing I'm gonna pat myself on the back for. Like I'm not saying like even though I earlier just said I'm top 10 and all that bullshit, but.
Yeah.
I think I've always had a good ear for production, especially when it comes to me. Like, you know what I mean? We can listen to some of our favorite fucking artists, and you're like, why did you choose that beat, dog? Yeah, and I'm like, nah, it's not the one. You know what I mean? And I think selectively, like, that's what sits me down in the studio, and that's what takes a long time is I'll fucking have a beat, you know what I mean? I'll have a folder of 30 tracks with one producer, but sometimes it'll still take me a good solid year to pick out which production I'm even gonna fuck with.
Damn.
Yeah, I literally like marinate on those motherfuckers for real.
So then, how was COVID for you? The whole lockdown.
That was
that type of shit. Was the whole lockdown.
Well, like I said, we launched the CBD business prior to it.
Okay.
Musically is when the album first kicked off, and I was, you know what I'm saying? I was bumping a lot of, I told you off air, I was bumping a lot of vinyl, smoking my green, drinking in the man cave and shit in the studio, and just kind of vibing, man. It was really like the pandemic, we were all going through it, but I'm saying for me, musically, it was really about just embracing that old shit. And when I say old shit, I'm talking about that soul, that rare soul, that classic rock, all that vinyl, and really just catching that essence of what I felt real music was. So by the time I got to like really creating and dropping recording for this album, I felt like I had that energy with me. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's another reason why the album's called Stories to Tell.
One of the other things I want to give you credit for too is the projects. You're one of the first artists to like, not necessarily without the GoFund, but it was like if you guys buy this, you guys get credits. You're one of the first artists I recall personally doing that, and you did that on this one also, right?
Oh yeah. Like so you're talking like on some pre-order shit, or like just kind of
exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive, incentivizing, like you know what I mean. Like that's what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, it's guerrilla marketing. Like, how am I going to get somebody that's going to want to just come out of pocket, and it's not even out yet?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll give them something in return for it. You know what I mean? It may not just be the CD. You may get a digital download up front, you know what I mean, before anybody else even has the album. So, yeah, I've been doing that, and obviously I did the Kickstarter for the 2012 international project, which was like a GoFundMe at the time, you know?
Yeah, but before GoFundMe, though,
exactly.
You feel me? That's where I'm at, like, that whole idea, like I said, from what I recall.
Yep.
I may be wrong.
No, and I still do it. You know what I mean? I still do it. I did it on this album. I got a lot of sponsors. Shout out to the sponsors. I got something that was different with this record. I even got co-producers involved that had nothing to do with the album. It was just more like super fans or people that fuck with me, like, you know what I'm saying, that much, that were like, hey, doc, I'm willing to put the 300-400 up, just put my name as a co-producer.
Nice.
So, you know what I mean, obviously that helps towards the production side, the recording side, the making video side, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know what I mean, manufacturing.
So you'll be performing today too, right?
Yep. Yeah, I want to say, I think for the daytime get down, I think I'm one of the headliners and the closer. I think I'm going to go on around 4 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah. Damn, man, you set up your merch. Is that something you try to do at every event, or just as it comes?
Yeah, normally if I'm gonna rock, if I'm gonna be at the event, you know, I'll bring some of the merch down. It's, you know what I mean, obviously the CDs and shit, because at the end of the day, dog, we're all independent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is one stream of income. This is, you know what I mean? Shout out to my son who turned 19 yesterday. My boy Dominic, he's with me today.
He's on two of the
he's on a few.
Earlier. Oh,
he's on a few.
I recall the early one, and then he's on this one too, though, right?
He's on this one, but he's not. Basically, he's just doing some background vocals on this one.
Okay.
On the 2019 Mark My Words album, he was on a song called Tell It Like It Is. He's actually doing the hook with me.
I recall him being younger, though, on
2012, he did the beatbox.
Oh, come on, Doc. All right,
yeah, he did a beatbox, and that was him. Not even like coerced by me or nothing. Like, now I got to drag his ass in the studio, for real. But in 2012, he was just doing beatbox. I'm like, that sounds kind of cool. Hey, get in there. You know what I mean? We just took the best of his shit, chopped it up, edited it, and he got his own little beatbox interlude.
That's dope, man. Any shout-outs before we cut out, man? I
just want to shout out OG Husky Radio, man. Big ups to Pause. Yeah. Shout out to the Unity Project, everybody involved with putting this event together today. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate them reaching out to me in my backyard to come out and rock. You know what I mean? And rest in peace to my boy Rec. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Much love to everybody that's going to come out today and witness this and be amongst us. And just know, man, Stories to Tell. It's out now. Krazyrace. You know what I'm saying? You want to pick it up, krazyrace.bandcamp.com on the digital. If you want the physical, you know what I'm saying, autograph poster and all that shit, realism.bigcartel.com. Your boy Krazyrace ain't going nowhere. At least not now, man. Till the wheels fall off.
OG Radio. Man. Stay posted. More interviews to come. Don't go nowhere.
Peace.